Phil Moncton is recognized as a builder and athlete in the sport of rowing. After being recruited by Doc on campus in 1973, Phil quickly rose through the ranks, participating in his first World Championships a year later. He went on to be a part of 3 Olympic teams, coming 5th in the Coxless 4 in 1976 and winning bronze in the quadruple sculls in 1984. After earning a handful of medals at both the Pan Am Games and World Cups, Phil went on to develop rowing on a national level. As current VP of High Performance at Rowing Canada, Phil is most proud of being able to help out our national team athletes achieve their goals.
He was a big guy and still is, and a lot of presence and hard to miss.
Big, masculine looking, athletic looking, handsome.
So he was one of those gods that were, you saw from afar and didn't know if you could actually talk to, which is quite funny.
Phil Moncton is probably one of the more outstanding athletes ever to participate at the University of Western Ontario. We've had very few athletes here that can make the claim that they were involved in 3 varsity sports. And in Phil's case, he was involved with the football program, the basketball program, and the rowing program. And I had the distinct privilege of working with Phil when he was playing football at Western, and he was a very instrumental part of the national championship that we won in 1974.
Well, this dates to the middle 1970s, 1974, in fact. I knew him better then as a defensive end on the football team, overpowering, dominating, but a modest fellow. And I knew his mother and father because they came to the football games down at the old J.W. Little Stadium. He played in them, and that was the national championship team in 1974, and he was a dominant factor in the final game against the University of Toronto at Exhibition Stadium in Toronto.
And a lot of people wouldn't know this, but one of the things that you do in football is to create some havoc on an offensive center who is who is involved in snapping a football, and we put Phil in that role, and he did a more than adequate job in creating some havoc there, which led to some changes in possession and actually a defensive touchdown. So a lot of the credit of our 1974 College Bowl National Championship goes to Phil Moncton for the aggressive work that he did in the pits.
And he was much like his father and his mother. They were quiet and reserved, and a physical presence, both of them. And I could see how it translated into him. Big, tall, blondish, muscular, perfect rowing physique, long levers.
Phil was sort of around the same time I was. I recall rowing a varsity 8 with him and going behind him, and Phil was just a big, strong guy, and a really talented athlete. He played varsity football, and I believe he played varsity basketball for Western as well, or could have. And then Doc got him out for rowing, and very quickly he became a fantastic oarsman, and went on to row in the 84 Olympics and at the national team level, and got a bronze medal in Los Angeles after he rowed with my wife's brother, my brother-in-law as well. So Phil was around the same time I was, and just a really talented oarsman, and a good guy for sure.
Phil, I just want to congratulate you on your selection to the rowing Wall of Excellence. You have been, and you always will continue to be, a great representative of the University of Western Ontario and its outstanding athletic program.